East versus West. It's Stevens Point versus New York, and we go now to Stevens Point and listen to USDS for today's broadcast.
YouTube's coverage of DSAA Baseball is on the air. It ought to be a good one between the Stevens Point Porcupines and the New York Waverlys. Today's matchup is a very particular one because of the fact that if the Stevens Point Porcupines will win this game, they win the entire DSAA baseball season as well. And if they lose, the New York Waverlys will get on the first place for a short time, but will end up the season on the second place if they win this game, because of the fact that they have other teams that are much better difference in runs than the New York Waverlys. So let's get into it. And we are now on the way from a Richwood High School baseball field here in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, as the first pitch is taken off a foul. It's taken off a ball. You've got Matushi has got the first starting assignment here tonight, and you've got a comfortable temperature of 53 degrees Fahrenheit as things get started. You know, Hershey Levitate digs in. Comes the delivery. The ball got wide in the dirt. But the catcher from the Stevens Point has made a smart move and has made a throw towards the second, and has made the first play out from the New York Waverlys. Smart move from the catcher of the Stevens Point Porcupines, but they moved from the batter of the New York Waverlys, where not really a thoughtful one. Just could stay on the first plate, yeah, and nothing will happen to him. And yeah, he has made a decision, and that were a wrong one, and he will learn from that mistake, that's for sure. Yeah, and now we've got another batter in the box from the New York Waverlys. Here comes the delivery, and a very good decision to laying off of that pitch. Because even from a hitter's perspective, it were definitely seeable that that pitch from Matushi a few moments ago wouldn't get into the strike zone. 1-0 right now, here comes the delivery. He's tried to get on his two-seam fastball, but he comes up empty as he just swung through that pitch. 1-1 scores even. Here comes the delivery. And the one got fouled off to the right. Here comes another pitch. Ground ball too short. Let's see whether he's fast enough or not, and yeah, in the end he's not fast enough to get on the pitch in time. To get on the plate in time, sorry. And now we're finally the third out for the New York Waverlys, and now it's a time for the Stevens Point Porcupines. They have their initial shot right now, and Stevie Nichols is the first batter on the mound for the first pitch on the mound for the New York Waverlys. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Lofted out in the air. Into the right field. The right fielder is giving a chase and tracked her down. 1 down, nobody out. And now I've got Aubrey Benfield in the batter's box. The girl has made the most home runs for her team, so we have to watch out for her hits. And for now, that knuckleball went out of target. It got a little bit too low. Stephen Nichols has to set up her pitches a little bit more higher. But not like that. She's put the two-seam fastball nice and low, but in the end a little bit too low. And they will give the batter always some credit to laying off for that pitch. 2-0 now. Here comes another pitch. Yeah, and then if she made one more ball, Aubrey Benfield will get the whistle for the walk. 3-0 now. Comes another delivery. She has choose a spot. And that one came out very strong. That effort ball were very placed into the right bottom corner of the strike zone. She's aimed for that spot. Look at the spot as well. And has hit the target. No chance to hit this one for Aubrey Benfield. But now she has made her way to the first base due to a ground ball. It has made its way into the outfield for a base hit. And now I've got Maddie Rooney in the batter's box. Here comes the delivery. A very gentle hint that has forced the catcher into a run. But on the other hand, the catcher were capable to throw the ball back in time in order to make her out. But on the other hand, Aubrey Benfield has made her way to the second base. And that are good news for the Stevens Point Porcupines. Now I've got Valerie Richard in the batter's box. See whether she's capable to hit one of the spot of her pitches from her. That's the case. Got pretty well struck into the right field, and then the run comes in to score for the Stevens Point Porcupines. 1-0 lead for them. Congratulations. They were a nice piece of hitting right there. She was able to keep her hands inside that ball, stay squared as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field. 4-1, 1-0 lead for Stevens Point Porcupines. Now I've got Lacey Sullinger in the batter's box. And a 1-0 lead means that as of right now, the Stevens Porcupines are on the first place with 4 wins and only 1 lose. And if they keep this up until the end of the game, the other teams couldn't catch them up. That's for sure. And yeah, about the New York Waverlys, yep, we're now we're still stay on the second last place. But now we are in the second inning. It got lifted and bounced up into the center field. And the batter from the New York Waverlys has made his way to the first base. Now I've got Felix in the batter's box against Bree Matushi. Here comes the delivery. Committed that a bit too soon, as he locks him up for the first strike in the second inning. And yeah, by the way, I like that type of pitches. Just up and in, jam, sandwich. Now the score is 1-1. Here comes another delivery. And that's the 1-2. Felix didn't even swing for that pitch because of the fact that he knew that he wouldn't stand a chance to get on this one from Bremer-Tucci a few moments ago, but this time he's hit the spot of one of her pitches. And well struck into the right, pretty well struck into the left field. The left fielder has made a chase and tracked him down. 1 down and 1 out for the New York Waverlys right now. Now it's Jules Van Huysen's attempt to hit one of his spots from Bremer-Tucci. Lofted in the air towards center field. The center fielder were on a source. Center fielder were on a source. He got there and tracked her down. Very nice one towards the ball. She were very fast as well. And called her off right in time. Line up to the first. And a first out against the New York Waverlys from the Stevens Point Porcupines.
The quickest out
in this game. Yeah, until now, that's for sure. And now the Stevens Porcupines has their initial shot. Steven Nichols is the batter on the mound in the second inning. Different arm in the air towards the right deep center field. Center fielder has the one towards the ball and makes the catch. First down for the Stevens Porcupines in the second inning. And now Astrid Stanislavski takes it in for the Stevens Point Porcupines. Here comes the pitch.
Great reception on the Aoife's ball right there as she's way out in front.
Everyone got fouled off to the right. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that two-seam fastball got a little bit too low. She has to put the intensity a little bit more higher in order to even get near in the direction of a strike zone. But not like that. But great vision from a batter of the Stevens Point Porcupines as well, that ball wouldn't get into the strike zone a few moments ago, and that one is difficult to see even from a hitter's perspective. I didn't speak from experience, but I believe that what I said a few moments ago. And now there's a whistle for the walk. 4 bad throws and you will pay the 4 bad pitches and you will pay the price. And that, one of the pitches like
you couldn't even hit the broadside of a barn. In other words, very poor aiming. But let's see if she came up with better pitches against the next batters from the Stevens Point Porcupines.
No, ground up too short. And New York Waverlys got the Waverlys were going for the double play, but better from the Stevens Porcupines just
beat up this one by about half a step.
Here comes the delivery. She didn't even swung for that pitch, because in her defense she knew that she wouldn't have stand a chance to get on this one. So she lets it off a hook with a strike against her. Then we got pulled down from the right on the right line a few moments ago from the batter, and she has made their way to the first base. Comes another delivery against one of another batter. Against another batter from the Stevens Point Porcupines. 0-1. So the delivery got popped out in the air towards the right deep center field. And got down on the ground. And a run comes in to score. And another one comes in to score for the Stevens Point Porcupines. 3-0 lead right now for them. And now let's see whether they can throw back in time to the catcher. And I think that's not the case. And it's now 3 or 4-0 for the Stevens Point Porcupines. Wow, what a fast one from Brimatushi. As we saw in the replay right now. They went up. They went up there looking to be aggressive. And they finally found something they could handle. Absolutely punished that pitch. There wasn't, and by the way, there wasn't fooled in the slightest at all. Now there's another pitch towards the right deep center field. But no problem for the right fielder to make up the catch in the air for the end of the second inning. And now let's get to the third. The second inning is now over. Yeah, the Stevens Porcupines on a comfortable lead with 4-0. Now let's right up into the third inning. Huchi is the first batter on the mound. Let's get a starting assignment in the third inning. Matucci with the pitch. And good decision to laying off for that pitch. So we're definitely seeable. The snuggleball would went out of target. It would get out of target, sorry. And then we finally this second strike against her. 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Lift it up towards the center field. And the catcher were made up in the air by the center fielder. Great run towards the ball in order to nail the out against the New York Waverlys. Now I've got Stevie Nichols in the batter's box. Here comes the pitch. Good reception on the curveball. Actually, we're way out in front. 0-1. 0-2 right now. Here comes the delivery. And we're going to fall off to the right. 0-2. Here comes another pitch. And she falls another ball off. The 0-2 pitch is still going on. Comes another delivery. The Brimatucci has just managed to get out of the way, and the shortstop has reached out for it and get on this one. And has brought the ball back to the first. Alex Chu was it. He's made the amazing effort to jump right into the trajectory of the ball. 2 downs, nobody's out. And now it's time for another batter in the box against Primatushi. Yeah, and you watch that fly by. Ground ball that has found its way into the outfield for a base hit. And now I've got 1-1 on the loose here in the 3rd inning. I've got Herschel Levitate in the batter's box. Here comes the delivery. Got pretty well struck towards the center field. And he has made away on the first base, and the other runner has made his way on the second base. So if Riley would made a hit on the ground, we get a big time chance for the New York Waverlys to put some points on the scoreboard. But now if Matushi throws the ball and Riley fouled off a ball, and now he fouls another ball off. 1-2 right now. Here comes the delivery, and he watches that fly by. Didn't threaten the zone a few moments ago. It seems that it might have actually popped him out of a glove too early, the ball. And yeah, now they find the 3rd out here in the 3rd inning. A ground ball too short. Yeah, one was a short that way and not that strong enough to make his way on the first base. To make your way on the first base, sorry. And now it's an initial shot for the Stevens Point Porcupines in this inning. And very gentle hit from Maddie Rooney that forces the catcher into a run. And yeah, she tries over and over again with a gentle hit like that, but she wouldn't get that far with that. That's for sure. She have to think about another technique next time. Let's see whether she will do it or not. And now we've got Waverly Wishart in the batter's box against Stevie Nichols. And that's the first strike against her. Here comes another pitch. Left it up in the air towards the right deep center field. Gets down on the ground. It could be the big time chance to get very far with that, and she has made her way on the third plate. So now they've had another big time chance to put another run on the scoreboard. And if Lacey Salinger will hit one of the spots of the pitches from Stevie Nichols, they put another one on the scoreboard. I'm completely sure about that. Here comes the delivery. And that FS ball has worked really well, and FS would always work if you're a pretty decent hitter, if a pretty decent pitcher. Sorry, and that were the case a few moments ago. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Liner up towards the left field, and there were one that comes in to score. 5-0 now for the Stevens Point Porcupines. And yeah, like I said a few moments ago, if Lacey Salinger would hit one of the spots from Stevie Nichols, they put another run on the scoreboard, and that was just the case a few moments ago. Now I've got Cassie in the batter's box. Here comes the pitch. A liner towards the lefty center field that has found his way through for a base hit. And she's now on the first plate, and the other runner is on the second base. Now I've got Astrid Stanislavski in the batter's box against Stevie Nichols. The pitch! Got well struck into the right field. And the right fielder called him off for a second down. Called off for a second down, sorry. 2 downs, 2 outs. 2 downs, 2 out for the Stevens Point Porcupines. I've got Olivia Rooney in the batter's box. And spin around. A spin and a throw back to second. One of the Stevens Point Porcupines players has tried to steal a base, but not on the watch from Stevie Nichols. Here comes another pitch. And she watches that fly by. No need to swing for that two-seam fastball pitch. 2-0 right now. Here comes another delivery. And that knuckleball came out very strong. Got very well placed on the right bottom corner of the strike zone. She was going for that bottom corner of the strike zone. She aimed and looked at it and hit the target. And yeah, and very well placed throw into the bottom or upper corners of the strike zone, and a high amount of exit velocity are the recipe for a strike. And Stevie Nichols has just did that a few moments ago. And yeah, it's finally the end of the third inning. The New York Waverlys has made their third out against the New York Waverlys. And we're heading now into the fourth. Rima Tushi is on the mound. Here comes the pitch. Pretty well struck into the right field. And bounce off the ground. Gets picked up from a center fielder. And there... The Vees has made their way on the third base. And that are the type of hits that the New York Waverlys will need urgently, in order to catch up the runs that the Stevens Porcupines has already have. Now I've got Felix in the batter's box against Primatushi. Here comes the pitch. Pretty well pitched right there. Hurt her out a little bit. And by the way, she has got an exit velocity of the pitch a few moments ago of a little bit more than 80 miles per hour. And
I can assure you that we've had a time in baseball where a pitch that got an exit velocity of more than 80 miles per hour was a pretty good one. That's for sure. And about the New York Waverlys, they've put their first one on the scoreboard due to a pretty good hit that got hammered into the right field. Okay, it got directly in the glove of a right fielder, but the runner on the third base has tried to get one step further, and he were fast enough to get over the fourth. And
so they've shortened the result up to 5-1 right now. And there's Primatushi. First strike against the batter of the New York Waverlys. I don't know where the batter is right now, if I'm honest. Here comes the pitch. Oh, and I got directly on the back from Primatushi. She fast enough to throw back to first. That's not the case. New Waverlys better.
has just got on the plate by the nick of time.
Now I've got Woody in the batter's box. Primatushi comes the delivery. And we got fall off to the right. Oh, 1 right now. Here comes the pitch. We're struck into the left deep center field. Got picked up from a center fielder. Throw back to the shortstop. Not in time. He's safe on the first base, and the other one is safe on the second base. Now it's time for Talia Robinson against Primatushi. Here comes the pitch. And she watches it fly by. One over now. It's time for the 1-0 pitch. Here comes the delivery. No chance to get on this one. Very well pitched. What a composure. Not to mention the skill to find the bottom corner of a strike zone like this. No, it's time for the 1-2 pitch. The 1-2 is coming up right now. She falls another ball off. 1-2 pitch is still going on. Here we go. Definitely seeable that pitch from that two-seam fastball from a few moments ago wouldn't get into the strike zone. This time, better from York Waverlys has fall off the ball to the back. Here comes another pitch, a 2-2 pitch. The Primatushi has made one more ball. Talia Robinson will get the whistle for the walk. And that's the case. And like I said a few moments ago, 4 bad pitches and you will pay the price. If you throw a ball, the batter isn't even in the need to swing for that pitch. And And that will always give them always some credit. That's for sure. And now it's time for another batter in the box for the New York Waverlys. One over now. Here comes the pitch. And fall off to the right. And yeah, by the way, the New York Waverlys has 1-1 on a third base. So if the batter will hit one of his spots from Tushi, they put another run on the scoreboard for their team. And will shorten up the result at least of 5-2. But not if Tushi makes a strikeout against a batter from the New York Waverlys. I didn't know where that was actually. And I've got the second down. And now he's got the second down in the third inning for the New York Waverlys. They have still a runner on a third plate. So it all depends on Dexter Creasenberry. If he's capable to hit one of the spots from Tushi. Here comes the delivery. He's hit it, and that will be one that comes into score for the New York Waverlys. 5-2, 5-3 for the New York Waverlys. And after a short up result, up to 5-3, they have catch up 2 runs right now, and it could be a very thrilled game until the end of the 6th inning. Got Herschel retaining by batter's box. Here comes the delivery. Line up 2 shorts. And finally the third out for the New York Waverlys. And now it's their turn on the bat.
And I mean the Stevens Point Porcupines with that. That's for sure.
And now Tushi is the first one in the batter's box against Stevie Nichols. Here comes the delivery. In the air into the center field. Got picked up. The center fielder as well, and she's made a way into the first base. And away on the first base. Let's have another batter in the batter's box against Stevie Nichols, and it's Alex Chu. And swung and a miss on the knuckleball from Stevie Nichols. 0-1. Comes another delivery. She watches that fly by. No need to swing for that pitch. Scores even 1-1. Comes another delivery. Popped it in the air, and he bounces off the ground. And one of the batters is on the third base right now. So they have a big time chance to increase the lead up to 6-3 at least. Now Aubrey Benfield. Good, it is the most home runs for his team. And that ground ball has found his way through the outfield. And 2 runs comes into score for the Stevens Point Porcupines. And they're now in the lead up by 7-3. She went up there looking to be aggressive, and she finally got something that she could handle. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooling the slightest at all. And that has made 2 more runs for the Stevenson Porcupines, and now they've made another run. Over all 4 bases. Another fly ball that were hammered into the into the center field and got on the ground. So they've just had to run over the 4th base, and exactly did that. 8-3 right now for the Stevenson Porcupines. The old lead is now reproduced. The old 5-run lead is now reproduced from the Stevens Point Porcupines. 8-3. Now I've got Lacey Salinger in the batter's box. Here comes the delivery. And what did they do? Let's see it. Let's review the footage.
After the catcher has made the catch from his own pitcher, the runner on the first base from the Stevenson Porcupines has tried to make a run towards the second, and the runner on the second base has attempted to make a run towards the third. But the runner on the third were caught by the Waverlys, as you saw on the replay, and the runner on the second has made on the first from the second has made on the second plate by the nick of time.
So therefore I got the first down in the 4th inning. And that's finally the second down. No problem for the right fielder to make catch up in the air, because that ball got right towards him. Now it's time for another batter. I don't know where it is actually. But fact is that she didn't even swing for the knuckle curve, because she knew that she wouldn't have a chance to get on the spot.
And now this ball is crushed. Let's see, where will this one end up? Bounce off the wall. And another one that came into score for the Stevens Point Porcupines. 9-3. What a great hit from Cassie. Well, they're looking to be aggressive and got something she could handle. Absolutely clobbered that pitch.
Now I've got Esther Sonesowski in the batter's box. Here comes the delivery. Swing and a miss on a 2-seam fastball, 0-1. So another delivery. Ball got hit deep, and the ball got hit up hard towards second. Shotsoff has bring it up and has made a throw back in time in order to make her out. And finally, the first half of the fourth inning, and yeah, that means that the New York Waverlys are on the bat. And Dave Managoma just find his way through the outfield. And it's down the base, and it's on a base hit. And we're down a base hit for the New York Waverlys. It's time for another batter. Comes the pitch. The ball got hit deep and got very well struck into the center, towards the center field. President Vida is giving a chance, and he were right where to track him down. Now I've got Felix in the batter's box. Here comes the delivery from Rima Tushi. The shortstop has stretched out for that ball, but didn't get on this one. And it's another base hit for the New York Waverlys. I've got one on the first base and another one on the second base. I have to bring up the right-hand batter in the batter's box. I've got towards the center fielder, and Aguado got towards the center fielder, and the New York Waverlys has put another one on the scoreboard. 8-9-2-4 right now. And where Wiley that is put the point on the scoreboard for his team. 9-4. The Stevens Point Porcupines are in front up by 5 runs, but the New York Waverlys
didn't want to give up yet. That's obvious. They still believe in them. And that's what I call a good mentality. But the truth is, it would be very difficult for the New York Waverlys to catch up 5 runs against a team that is in a good shape. And I mean the Stevens Point Porcupines with that. That's for sure. A swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck in the right field from Felix.
And center fielder giving a chase and got on the ball in time in order to make a second down against the New York Waverlys. Here comes another pitch. Pretty well struck towards the center field again. And that's finally the third out against the New York Waverlys. Now it's a turn for the Stevens Point Porcupines on the bat for the second half of the 5th inning. And now I've got Justin Russo on the mound against one of the Stevens Point Porcupines batter. Know where it is right now. And if his ball has worked perfectly. His FS ball, it came out as a sinus curve. Yeah. And if a pitch came out as a sinus curve, it would always be difficult for the batter to get on this one.
because at the time you swing for that FS pitch, the ball would get directly under your bat instead of directly towards your bat, as you see here in replay. And by the way, did another FS pitch of Justin Russo, I think, the pitcher from the New York Waverlys. They've made a strike against one of the Stevens Point Porcupines player. And that's the type of pitches where every pitcher is looking for in baseball.
Now I've got another batter in the batter's box against Justin Russo. Short up to first. A line up to first. And the second down for the Stevens Point Porcupines. They weren't that strong enough to get on the first plate in time. And like I said,
1,000 times in this game.
You wouldn't get far with that type of hits few moments ago. Here comes the delivery. That one gets blasted. Let's see if that will end up. Directly in the glove of a right fielder. For the third out against the Stevens Point Porcupines. And when they're finally the end of the 5th inning. And now we're getting into the last inning. The Stevens Point Porcupines
have only make 3 outs.
In order to win this game and win the entire season, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, they've made the first out against the New York Waverlys. At Joey Rooney, line up 2 shorts, and the second down for the New York Waverlys. Yeah, I can't say it often enough. For 1,000 time, you get that far with that type of hits. The hits have to get at least in the outfield and on the ground in order to get on the first or second base at least. And now that could be the case. That they got at least on the first base. It's not. The Stevens Porcupines have brought the ball back in time to first. And that's now finally the end of the game. The Stevens Porcupines has defeated the New York Waverlys with 9-4. Congratulations. It were the last game of the Stevens Porcupines in this season. And now they have won the entire DSAA baseball season with 4 wins and only 1 loss. Congratulations, yeah. And New York Waverlys will end up their season on the second last place. They weren't really in good shape this season, but let's see if they can make it better in the next season that will start in August. And last but not least, I put the stats from all our DSAA baseball teams right in the video. Take care and goodbye.